Hey Power Appers, this is Brian Knight from Pragmatic Works, and in today's video, we're going to show you one of the techniques for doing cascading lookups from Power Pages and model-driven applications. So stay tuned. Imagine you have an application and you're looking at a list of states or cities or countries. A user might be really frustrated having to go and select United States and seeing a list of Canadian provinces, for example, or selecting Florida and seeing Georgian cities. Well, in this example today, we're going to show you how to do the cascading lookup so your users don't experience that level of frustration in your applications. So I opened up an application really briefly here. Let's go ahead and just poke at it real quick. And when I create a new order, you'll notice that I'm seeing service types of all different types. Now these service types might be for cars and for planes and for bikes, and I want to only filter the ones that are specific to my individual product. So let's start with step one. What I've done is I went ahead and created a few different tables. I have product categories, which is my highest parent table. Then I have service types, which are going to be individual services about that product category. And then I have orders as well. Now in my order table, I have the the service type column, but I have not created the product category column. That's my next step. To create that cascade where I have a user select a category and then see only the service types underneath it, I need to create a lookup column for both those columns back to their parent tables. Also, in the product category table, in the service type table, there's a lookup already to product categories. So I've already created that piece of it now. But now I need to have the double lookups into the other table. So I'll go ahead and columns here, and I'll create a new column. This will be my, I already have service types. It'll be product category this time. This will be my highest column. It will be a lookup, and it'll be to my product category. There we go. Perfect. So while that's creating, you'll notice the same thing that we're doing here is going to apply to Power Pages as well. Now again, I went ahead, just to make sure I recap this, inside of my service type, there is already a lookup to, so I have a product category as well. So for my cars, I have this product category and so on and so on. So now that I've got that, I'm going to open up the form for my orders. So let's go to my form here for orders. And while in the form for orders, I'm going to my main form. We're going to go ahead and add that lookup column that I just created. Again, the lookup column just creates a referential integrity between these two tables. It's a way of joining these tables together. So I'm going to go ahead and add product category above this. Let's get owner out of the way here for a moment. And so I need to create a cascading effect. So in other words, as I just publish this so you can kind of show the problem here, if I were to go to a application like this, do a hard refresh by holding the control key down, you'll notice that I have a product category. I'll select a product category like cars, for example, or bikes. And when I go to the products, I'm seeing all these products right here. That's not what I want to see. So let's go ahead. I shouldn't see bathroom upgrades for bikes in my case. So let's go and fix that. So inside of my second column here, my service type column, I want to create that cascade. A few things you may want to do. You may want to, first of all, disable the most recently used items for this. This is going to make sure that, hey, you chose bikes last time. I'm not going to show you bike stuff this time because now you're choosing cars. So it will remove those most recently used items to prohibit that in this case. Then when I go to filtering at the very bottom, when I select this column, I can say filter based on related rows. You'll see when I select this, it shows to the relationship for product category. So show me what relates to product category based on product category. So let me just kind of zoom in here real quick. Let me get rid of my face so you can see the whole thing here. Sorry about that. And as you zoom in here, you'll see I have my parent table and then the relationship between the service type and parent table there as well. Are users allowed to turn off this filter? That is up to you. I'm going to say most certainly not. And then I'll save and publish this again. We'll give that a few seconds to publish. And while it's publishing, let me go ahead and hop back in here with you again. While it's publishing, the change we made there will also apply to Power Pages. So when I go back over here again and do a hard refresh, again holding the control key down to hit refresh, I'll select my product category. Let's do planes, for example, an obvious one. Hit enter again. Now I'm only seeing the plane categories. If I were to select cars, hit enter again, we'll only see the car adjustments here as well. Let's see what it looks like inside of Power Pages also. So if I go back to my Power Page and re-preview this, now that I've made my changes, we should now get a category here up top. There we go. I'll select my product categories. Again, we'll select planes, and then inside of my service type, I only see the planes. Now, likewise in Power Pages, we can also make this a drop-down box also as well, if you wanted to. So really easy change. This is one of the ways of doing it. Now, a common question you're going to get asked is, can I do this also for options as well, where I have a choice column instead? Yes, it can be done, but it's much more difficult, and it's going to involve some JavaScript in this case. But if we put those options into lookup tables instead, it works like a boss. So again, two-step process. Make sure the lookup columns are part of each table. So in other words, my product category, my service type has a lookup to product category. Once I do that, put both of those lookup columns inside the child table. So inside my order table in my case. And then once you do that filter statement to relate those together. This is part of our training we do at Pragmatic Works. We have things like hackathons, and we do things like virtual mentoring, where we help you get unstuck if you are stuck with a certain challenge in Power Apps, Power BI, or any of the Azure suite as well. Thanks for watching this video, and please do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Have a great day.